Hey, it's Ice Age TV, and what are we doing? Uh-oh. What's the adventure today? What am I doing? I'm out here on the main road, and now what's going on, right? Now, if you see me video in the middle of the day, you're probably thinking, well, this guy, Iceman, doesn't video much in the middle of the day. I've already did my fairness, in all fairness conversation this morning, and, yeah, so what's going on now? Oh my gosh. So here we go again. You just can't get away from doing a deal, right? Yeah, I can, but I can't, can I? I just told one of my sales guys, just talking to him, and he's like, what are you going to be doing next? I said, heck, I can't even predict what I'm going to do next. How are you going to predict what I'm going to do next, right? Yeah, and he's laughing. So, yeah, so here we are, rolling down the road. One of my most favorite vehicles is this Ford Maverick. Look at this. I'm getting 28 miles per gallon, and when I filled up this morning, I had 450 mile range. And this Maverick, these Ford Mavericks, they are a huge hit for Ford. I mean, I'm just, even myself, I'm eating my words. I mean, sincerely, I'm eating the words. Here we go. This is the racetrack. That guy's going to do about 90 to 100 miles an hour right there. So we'll get behind him because he'll be the first one on the radar before me. But anyways, this Ford Maverick, this vehicle is just so nice. I just can't get over this Maverick is. Even though, if you watch one of my videos when I first drove this car, it first came out, and I just kind of drove up street down, and my initial impression was, yeah, this is going to be a hit. But at the same time, for me, I was kind of like, is it really something I want? And then you fast forward to last year, I kind of was on the page to help my dad get one, and we ordered one for my dad. And then you really fast forward, and we got it for my dad. You really fast forward, and yet now I'm the guy driving the Maverick that I basically ordered for my father, never really thinking that it would end up being my vehicle. I mean, I thought there'd be possibility, but did I think that it would be something I'd really be wanting to drive? And yet this is now like my favorite work vehicle, and I can't emphasize enough the Ford Maverick. What's even more really neat about this vehicle is that the attention. I'm amazed the attention I get out of this. I will go places and I have so many people walk up to me asking about this vehicle. And in fact, yesterday, a really nice big guy came up to me, a little older than me, and he was asking about the truck and all, and I looked at him and said, you're a big guy. And I said, what's really cool about this truck, as big as you are, you would be able to sit in this truck and you have plenty of room. You would not feel cramped in this vehicle. And so that's what's so cool about this vehicle, is it really does give you inside really nice room and comfort. And the outside of the truck's got, it's got its presence on the road, but it's not overwhelming, if you know what I mean. And we're on the roads, the crazy roads. Everybody wants to go 100 miles an hour. I mean, I'm not embellishing right now. Look at me right now. Look what I'm doing. Good enough. Okay? This isn't good enough. The speeds I'm doing, I got people riding my tail, want to do 90, 100 miles an hour up this road. It's just, this whole area is just, and a guy in a Jeep too. I mean, yeah. Like, that's a 90 mile an hour, 100 mile an hour car? Yeah, right. Yeah, I know it is. But anyway, what the hell am I doing now, right? What the heck? Sorry for the foul language. Any youngsters watching my channel. But what the heck am I doing now? Oh my gosh. So here the other day I was talking about my conversations. I think I brought it up yesterday. Ooh, so here we go. It's an undercover state boy. There goes a Jeep guy that really just got into it. And I mean, he's really hauling tail. So what is this guy? That's guy's total sleeper car right there. Even for me, I'd be like, ooh, man. If I was on my Dodge Charger Hellcat wide body, kind of kicking it and getting it, that guy there you'd never know that guy's an undercover cop. Yeah, and I'm kind of stuck behind these other people. So the question is, did that guy in that Jeep, well, he should have noticed, because here comes a guy up in Challenger too. So the question is, did that guy there, does he know who that guy is? Boy, I tell you. So I got on the right-hand side. He's going up the right-hand lane. But, the thing with these undercover cops are, I guess their goal is to just be a guy really, really being really bad. I mean, I don't know. Or was he sitting on the side of the road running radar? Or did he pull a guy over because of his license tag was expired? I mean, I have no idea. But anyway, the conversation. So here's the thing. My selling dealer, Tunes Baltimore Ford, the sales guy, there goes a Maki. He actually videoed me the other day a picture of his lot where for the first time since pre-pandemic, they actually now have really healthy inventory for the most part. Yeah, are times are changing for the dealership? This is the rat race. I call it the rat race. I call it fight for a spot in front of you, fight for a spot. And most people are clueless, and that's the thing that aggravates you as a person that gets pulled over, is you get pulled over for doing high speeds. Now everybody and their brother is, driving down the road, and now this person's not doing anything. I mean, he's just now laying low. And so what's that all about? What's his goal? Really weird is he's got Virginia tags. So he's in Maryland. So if you know the laws, that undercover police officer or whatever he is, he has Virginia tags. So he's in Maryland. So he's out of his precinct. So he'll have to go to court, as a civilian. I mean, I don't know all the laws on that, but my understanding is a police officer that pulls you over out of their jurisdiction, or out of their state, they're basically like you and I pulling each other over. I have no idea. But anyways, so a bunch of Ford Mavericks in. And what's really interesting is, actually, my sales guy kind of told me this last week, and I just really didn't think much about it. So now I'm on the page, and even for me, I've got mixed feelings on what do I accomplish out of this. So right now, apparently, they just got 5 Mavericks in. And apparently, of the 5 Mavericks, one company's taking 4 of them, and there's 1 available. And it's apparently the first edition model, which I'm not even really that abreast to the Ford Maverick first edition, but apparently has a little, pinstripe and decal thing, and has a sunroof, and it does have the 4K tow package, and it is the Lariat package, and it's the cobalt or the carbonized gray like my F-250 Tremor I traded in. So now, what am I doing? Well, I'm driving up to Tunes Baltimore Ford to check the truck out and think to myself, is this something I want to get? I tell you, it's a great, I just love this Maverick. And for me, even for me, I'm kind of like, why? But why? I mean, I'm not lying. Right now, even for me, I'm like, why? Why would you buy another Maverick? Well, it's because the miles that I put on vehicles, and it's rotating miles and vehicles, and another vehicle, and a gentleman that I set up my F-150 Lightning truck, he already has close to 5,000 miles on a truck, and it's only a little over a month old. So for him, if he keeps on riding that truck around like he's doing, that thing's going to have 30,000 miles on it by March of next year. So part of me is like, do I get the Maverick just to kind of rotate miles on other vehicles as well? I don't know. For me, but do I give something up? Part of me is like, give up the Ranger Tremor. But that little Ranger Tremor truck, it's so cool. And that Ranger Tremor truck really is a whole different package from the regular Ford Ranger. It has a bigger tire and wheel package than the other ones. So, and it just looks really good. My wife just loves that thing. All right, to continue conversations of the Maverick day. So right now I'm getting close to the Maverick dealership, and even for me being the car motorhead crazy guy, buying things all the damn time, even for me, I'm kind of like, why do I do this? Why? I mean, sincerely, if I was to part with a vehicle or two to get this, then that would make a lot of sense. But just to get another vehicle again, I'm with you. Do I trade this for that one? I mean, that may not be a bad idea. I don't know. It's possible, I guess. But that's the whole thing. Is even for me, when I get on my car adventures, even I second guess myself. Yeah, right. Now we're on the Beltway. Oh, the never-ending ride around in cars every day of your life. So yeah, so everybody's like, yeah, but you were slammed. You said earlier this morning you're slammed. Yeah, I am slammed. There's no doubt. I got so many projects going on, but here's the downside: the Maverick truck. Yeah, they don't sit around. I mean, they're gone. So it's just kind of either you move forward and get it, and I make things work throughout the day, or just keep on working and ignore, right? Yeah, and that's how I talk about my YouTube channel a lot. Is there's a lot of deals that I do that people just don't know about. I don't even talk about it. Yeah, for what? Because I kind of know where it's going to go. And also, serious, here's the old saying, right? 50-50 shot, I get the deal, right? Yeah, a lot of variables there. And then another part of me is like, does this ruin the future F-150 Lightning deal? Yeah, I mean, eventually you have to start giving things up. So what do I give up for the, F-150 Lightning? Because right now, if I do this deal, it'll definitely put me in a situation where I probably will have to let go of something to make that deal go down. I don't know. Well, just follow me along. Let's go for the ride, have a little fun, and check it out and see if it makes any sense. How's that sound, right? It's all about the fun factor, right? Happiness. That was one thing I was thinking about on my channel was maybe I need to make a video about happiness. Where is the happiness, right? Where is the Happy Meal, right? Where is that? Are you happy? Seems to be not so much happiness out there as much as there was, or is there? Yeah. All right, follow me along as we check out I'm assuming it's a 2022 Ford Maverick. And you know what? I was just talking with my other sales guy, and he claims that the production's kind of back on course. But the biggest challenge is the truckers. I mean, he claims right now, one of my sales guys in our dealership, he just told me he has 4 F-450 Super Duty trucks sitting in Kentucky. And they've been done, but they can't get a trucking company to take them, to deliver them. So that's like a whole other story as far as you see all these videos of all these Super Duty trucks sitting in lots. Yeah, well, what's not being talked about that is these trucks may be actually completed, but they can't get the transportation thing. We're, oh my gosh, in this country, what in the world, what the heck is going on? Yeah, right. All right, follow me along. Oh, geez, I just figured I'd say another thing here. And, when I make my morning videos, and I'm still drinking my coffee, and I'm still waking up, I got to thinking this morning, after I stopped my fairness video, I got to thinking I was using a car that pays a gas guzzler tax over an electric vehicle that doesn't pay a gas guzzler tax because it doesn't burn motor fuel. But I got to thinking, I kind of missed that point. I was trying to explain that the person buys a high-performance Mustang GT500, Hellcat, whatever it may be, they're going to maybe put 3,000 to 5,000 miles a year in their car. Some not even that. So the gas guzzler tax on those vehicles, they'll never be driven to really be putting out that much of a carbon footprint. But yet the Tesla car that's built and takes carbon footprint to build it, it's not going to be till a car has like 45,000 miles on it that it becomes net zero, meaning that it's not really till the car has been driven long enough that it kind of zeroes out that carbon footprint that it took to make it. Yeah, but on these gas guzzler cars, most people that buy these cars, their secondary, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, eighth, 10th vehicle they own in their garage, and it's just a fun toy for them, and they don't take it out and drive it every day. So it's kind of, if you think it through, it's like it makes no sense that I'm getting penalized to buy a gas guzzler car that I'll never drive it on a daily routine to really have that much of an impact of the carbon footprint, perceptions, right? Perspectives. I was even thinking to myself this morning, do I name my, conversation perspectives? And so now here's a guy that's, Jesus Christ. There's just people the way they drive. They just yeah. It's not my Mach-E thing. All right, here we are. And where is, what else is up here? This is the danger here. It'll go from me wanting this to me wanting something different. That's how it'll all play out. It'll play out that there's a lightning. And there's that's the danger. I'll come up here and no lie, it's gonna go from, oh, you already ate that, but now you want that. All right, follow me along here. All right, here you go. Where is it, right? Oh, see here, my kid now right here. I don't know. She's not excited about the half-ton ones. But let's look down the line here. Yeah, they got a lot of trucks. So look at this here. The dealership's getting healthy again. Look at that. Look at all the Mustangs. Wow. Hey, this is the healthiest I've seen in a long time. Look at that. Wow. All right, my guy just can't give me time to even come see him. So here it is. Here is the Maverick. Ooh, pretty sporty. How about that? That's interesting. So this one here, they did a little stripe here on the bottom. They got the factory tonneau cover, which I like that. What about spray and bed liner? Like that. Let's see here. So the interior's the same as mine. Got 4K, right? What it is about these little trucks, man? I mean, it's just crazy how this little truck is just so much fun. I mean, what is it about it? You know what I mean?
Small, got power.
It's weird. This color here, it makes me feel like my interior has a different blue, but it doesn't. But it's because of the color, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, right. All right, so did somebody order this? And so they decided they're not going to take it.
Right.
Wow. But what's interesting here is we got to pull this up. Do me a favor. I'm going to go up next to mine, and I want to look at the difference of the vehicles. Yeah, I'll do that. Good idea. All right, so here we are. Here they're back to back. So look at the wheel package. I think it's the exact same wheel package. Am I right or wrong? I think so. Look at the interior. The interior should be the same. Yep, exact same interior. Okay. But this one here has a sunroof. So that's pretty cool. That is a nice feature there. But as far as everything else goes, I mean, these really are the same vehicles. The difference is mine was optioned out in December of 2021. So this is a 2022. So this is priced a little bit more because of it being price increases. So let's see here. 4K tow package, that's really good. Kind of looking down the list here of all the things on it and goodies. So yeah, but boy, I tell you, this hot pepper red is such, you gotta give it credit. The hot pepper red looks so cool, but boy, standing here, you swear this truck sits up a little higher. What is that all about? Does this actually have a bigger tire wheel package?
Yeah.
Really? Let's see here. I gotta look at that. Yeah, so this is crazy. So that's hard to believe. So this is a bigger tire than this vehicle here. Who would have guessed? And I can actually see just by the way they're sitting next to each other that this is a taller truck. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, decisions. I think it's a really good looking truck. And yeah, just wow. Can't say it enough, right? I wonder if they put the engine cover on the, they should put an engine cover on any of these things. They just don't do it. It was kind of me, kind of disappointing because it's not like you're paying nothing for this vehicle, if you know what I mean. And yeah, see, no engine cover still. That's interesting. There's no little latch. There is no latch to open this, so that's a double pull. All right, get a picture of them together. All right, now we're in the Maverick, which I was just in the Maverick. And the bigger tires, does that play out to my advantage or disadvantage? That's the question. Do you hear a little bit more road noise? I mean, does the miles per gallon? But you know what's really interesting is I was thinking to myself the other day, I should put a little bigger tire in that truck. But then I was like, yeah, but I bet you I'll take away my fuel mileage. And I'm really loving that. Basically, I'm pretty much close to 29 miles per gallon. So, all right, so was this a guy that ordered this vehicle that ordered a bunch of vehicles, or is it an individual who ordered this himself? Do you know offhand?
I don't know, man.
Because you're saying right now that whoever ordered this decided now they're not going to take it.
Right.
What would be your own personal theory of why that happened? Being in this is such a sought after
economy change things for them. I mean,
that's usually the story.
Money issue. Yeah, usually a money issue. Usually things change.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Well, that would be my guess as well. Is that they're stepping back and they're concerned what their financial obligations are. But this truck, this thing is such. I mean, here's the reality. If it wasn't for my Ford Ranger Tremor package looking so cool in that truck, I don't know. I mean, I would borderline part with that. It's dangerous. These little Lariat Maverick truck, I like the Lariat package. That's the highest package you can get because it's a leather trimmed vehicle, and you get the nice amenities with it, and you get the adaptive cruise, and so it's just, to me, the nicer package. But it's not cheap, so the guy wants the the cheaper one, just a price point. You get these things in the mid-20s, right? Is that kind of what I hear? Mm-hmm. That's a real base truck. Then the hybrids seem to be the sought-after truck most all, but you can't get them, right or wrong.
Can't get them.
But here's the thing. So for me, I live on the roads, and I'm seeing a good 29 miles per gallon. My guess is if you do a lot of highway driving like I do with that hybrid, that's a 38 mile per gallon, maybe 40, maybe. I'd put it at 38. Because 44 is apparently like city driving. Because apparently at 35 miles an hour and below, it's just electric. It's electric. Anything above that, you're on the gas. So my guess is, are you gonna hold out on that vehicle for the 8-9 miles per gallon difference? I mean, Is it really that radical? I mean, I get it. It's nice to have a 40 mile per gallon vehicle, but for me, am I going to wait another 6 months to a year to get a hybrid? But can you even get the hybrid at this level? Do you even know? Can you order a Maverick fully loaded up with a hybrid setup?
I don't think so. I think it's only XLT.
Yeah, it's right. It's more of the work truck, real base truck. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I don't think you can get that setup in the higher end. So then, for me, I don't want to be riding around in rubber, vinyl, floor mat or flooring and the real, basic interior. I'd rather have the amenities, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, this truck goes right now. I'm getting 450 miles out of one tank, which that's phenomenal. Mm-hmm. I can go 2 days solid of no filling up. Sometimes I can go 3 days, just depending on my work schedule.
A non-hybrid vehicle.
Yeah. So to me, and it runs on 87 octane. So for me, at the end of the day, yeah, anybody out there in the hybrid page, I get it. But all I hear from people on hybrids is you can't get them. So for me, and this Maverick right now is such a sought after vehicle, you can buy this vehicle within reason, and you're not going to lose 10 or 20 grand. I mean, you're not. There's no way you're going to tell me this truck's worth 20 grand next year.
No.
Well, my guesstimation would be this truck next year on a low end would be worth 30 to 33 on a low end. I would say if the market isn't that strong, it would be, I'm talking wholesale, not retail. I'm talking wholesale, it'd still be a 34, 35. In the right market, you may get 38 for it.
Put miles on it.
Right. Yeah, so I've already had these conversations with my red Maverick with Mark, and believe it or not, he would actually pay me more than I paid for it. Yeah. And this is the used general manager at Coons Baltimore Ford. I've already had this conversation. He's actually offered me $4,000 more than I paid for that truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right now the market's very strong for it. So, anyways, truck for me, I just got on my Maverick. It feels, for the most part, the same. I think it's a little bigger tire overall. You're going to feel a little bit more of a little stiffer ride, maybe, but it's nothing pretty. I mean, I really can't tell per se. It's a Maverick. It's the Maverick truck. So pretty impressive. Color definitely different, as I'm riding around that hot pepper red hot chili pepper red. So does this make sense, right? Does it make sense for why the heck I'm doing this? Yeah, right. Now I'm in here with my salesman here, and he's a big guy. And I'm looking over him right now thinking, Jesus Christ, you don't even look like, he's not even close to the ceiling. It's crazy. The interior of this truck is the size of a Rivian. Yeah, I like to beat up the Rivian guys. This truck is the Rivian, man. Yeah, for a third of the price. All right, half the price. Whatever. Yeah, so here we are on the main road. Once again, great. Just a great. It's just such a great vehicle. And I got the adaptive on. Oh my gosh. It's just, yeah. What a great truck. Yeah, but for the average person, can they get one? Sincerely, it's like Coons Joint Ford, they got nothing. And we can just start going through the list of all the other dealers. What do they have? And then, as you know, most of them come in are already pre-sold, but if you're lucky, you may find a dealer where it does seem to be happening more. People are pulling out of the deals. Does that seem to be happening more than it did like a few years ago, or it's the same? What's your guesstimate?
Well, we're getting more. You're getting the factory orders right now.
Yeah, things are kind of stabilizing a little better.
Yeah, I just think it's just normal. If we would have got the same amount of vehicles last year,
right,
we still would have had the same thing. I just think that people.
It's just a percentage.
It's a percentage thing.
Right. Yeah, but do you feel like people are pulling back at all? Do you feel like people are a little more cautious now than they were a year ago? Do you sense that?
Yeah, I do. The market's changed.
Right.
Just the economy in general, not just the
right.
car market, just everything.
Right.
So,
right.
Gas prices went down. That could help,
Yeah.
People
Right.
that sought after for a high mileage, high MPG truck. So.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So overall, there's so many YouTubers out there trying to say that all these car dealerships are going out of business.
No.
And I'm thinking, it's clickbait city. It's clickbait. I don't think the car dealer, I don't think we know where we're going. I think that this time around, I talk about all the time on my YouTube channels, I don't think we know.
Every month is completely, the forecast is different every month. Remember how you can forecast 6 months out?
Yeah.
You can't even do that no more. It's like, one month you're thinking it's like, oh my God, it's gonna the sky is falling, and the next thing you know, you have the best month ever. Then,
right.
It's just, you just don't know.
Yeah, I can definitely feel these tires right here. Yeah. This definitely has a little bit more of a truck feel. That's kind of weird. It definitely has a little bit more of that presence of a little more of a truck feel, which that's kind of good. All right, truck. Does it make sense? I don't know. Does a finance company like me? I don't know. We'll find out here shortly if any of this makes sense. So follow me along.
Ford is healthy.
Yeah, this is Coons Baltimore Ford, and man, I'm telling you what, they've got and everything's 2022s.
Yeah.
No 2023s.
I may have a couple of Explorers, maybe.
Did they change those at all?
No, not changed. I got some sports. STs. I got some platinum, mostly XLTs.
Yeah, so this is the healthiest I've seen this lot since when? What would you say when the last time this was this healthy?
Got a trimmer, F-150.
Oh no, don't tell me that.
White one.
Huh?
I think it's a trimmer back there.
Yeah, but I had a white one.
Oh, you did? All right.
Remember?
Yeah, no.
You can't keep track of what I got. I can't even keep track of what I got.
How
would you even know? But boy, the Super Duty's nothing.
Yeah, I have no Super Duties. They all up there.
Say what now?
I got 6 of them up top. Super Duties. About the Escapes. Got a Bronco Sport.
Right, so this is everything. Everything here's new.
Yeah, everything here.
After that, that's it.
This is it. Now we're getting into the employee cars. got a Bronco here. That guy not calling me back.
Really? So it's
Wild
brand
track.
new?
Brand new, wild track.
And he's not responding?
Not responding to me.
What do you think's going on?
I told him he's not financially liable. Just tell me if you want it or not. And still no response.
Yeah, so this is, so that was here last time I was here.
Trimmer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
blue
the,
Adamant blue.
that's the what now?
The blue one.
Yeah, what's the name of it?
Antimatter.
Yeah, antimatter blue.
I got Rangers, Lariats.
Yeah, but the Rangers, this Maverick's got to be killing the Ranger.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Is it?
If it is, if it's not, it's going to.
I mean, I just can't see people, because this can tow more than a Ranger. You realize this can tow more than a Ranger. Is that crazy?
I don't think Ford realized that.
I mean, oh my gosh. So where was the Tremor? Here it is.
Right here.
So this is what I had. This was what I bought a year ago from you, that F-150 Tremor. Yeah, which I think that is just the baddest ass.
Closest to a
I mean,
Raptor
right,
truck
that truck there, the money, the bang for the buck,
yeah.
is that's it. I mean, jeez. And I gave that up for that F-450 two-door truck.
Yeah.
That's back on your lot.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, oh my gosh. Even I don't know what I'm going to do. Right, yikes. All right, heading out of the dealership. And what did you do? What am I driving? Oh, I'm driving a red Maverick. I mean, come on. So I'm driving the red Maverick, so what does that mean, right? I mean, I don't know. I think it means that, did I buy anything? Yeah. Well, I mean, are you driving the gray one, right? Yeah, right. Why aren't I driving the gray one? Oh my goodness. Well, here's the deal. So yeah, the deal went down. Like, the deal ain't gonna go down if I go to the car dealership to buy something. Yeah. So the deal went down, but I don't have more than one body to drive it. I didn't trade anything, so how am I gonna get it home? So now, the only downside to dealing with, Coons Baltimore Ford is, it turns into a 2-hour adventure. It's an hour drive over, an hour back. So yeah, so what am I doing next? Yeah, it ain't gonna happen today, but tomorrow, come back and get the good old Maverick. And why'd I buy that? I don't even know. I'll just tell you. Why'd I buy it? I don't know. Yeah. What do I give up down the road to make that make any sense? I don't know. I have no idea. You have no idea how many times I've bought cars and things. And I'm like, why did I just do that? But then down the road, all of a sudden, like, that makes sense now. Now I get it. Yeah. Until then, who the heck knows? I'm freaking hungry. I get something to eat. Oh, the beauty of heading back in. Just a beautiful scenery here in this Maryland area. It's the season of changes here. And man, I tell you what, I just counted my head. My pea-sized brain head. Yeah, I know. Maybe watch my channel. Yeah, I just counted 20 car purchases. That's not including motorcycles or a utility vehicle or trailers. I'm talking car and trucks. I just counted 20 in my head. Yeah. Okay, so that right now means that I've averaged 2 cars a month. I mean, Jesus Christ. And it's not over. Some be like, well, what does that mean? Yeah, well, I've got an F-150 Lightning truck being built that's supposed to come in November. So I picked that up. That's 21. Yeah, 21 car purchases. This will go down in my lifetime ever of me buying these many vehicles in 1 year. This will go down. I'm not embellishing here. This will go down as a record. I'd say in a good year, I'd maybe buy 6 to 10 cars, maybe. But 20? So if you add the motorcycles in, that's what I'm trying to think. 3 Harleys and an Indian, that's 4. So that's 24. Well, then if I add the 2 Hondas, that's, as far as street bikes, that's 26. If I add the off-road bike, that's 27. Yeah, but I actually got the, so I'd say 27. Then you add the Gator, that's 28. You add the trailers. Yeah, wait a second here. And yeah, I mean, it's just like, kind of like big ticket purchases. Then you add the zero turn mower, 29. Yeah, I mean, oh my gosh. And then, yeah, so I'm at 30, I'd say I'm at 30 plus purchases this past year, not $3,000 purchases, $1,000, $500, wow. So yeah, this will go down for sure as a record for me of buying things. Yeah, my daughter's like, when does it stop? Yeah, I'm like, right, when does it stop? Oh my gosh. All right, but now, so the next thing that happens is I start selling everything. So I can start all over again. I mean, it's classic. My wife here a few months ago was like, so you just got rid of like 6 or 7 vehicles? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, great. What does that mean, huh? Yeah. Yeah, the wife, right? Does the wife know? Yeah. The wife knows, so, oh my gosh. Why? But why? Even for me, but why? What is the 6th sense? I talk about this in my Think and Grow Rich, conversations, where you got the 12 steps of the Think and Grow Rich book, and the 13th is the 6th sense. You just know. So why? What am I doing? I mean, it's just like there's some reason I'm getting the second Maverick. And sure, there's so many variables on that. I mean, does it just open the door for me to get rid of my Ranger Tremor truck? Does it open the door for me to get rid of something else? Yeah, it does. There's no doubt. It's just Maverick is so much more practical. And, I mean, it's just such a great truck. Oh, my gosh. I mean, it really is. And that's what happens to me. If you could look at the history of me buying things, what happens is I'll buy like the same thing. I'll buy like 2 of the same thing. Like, as you notice, I had 2 Ford Mustang Mach-E GTs. That's just a very simple example. I've always had like 2 4Runners. One for my wife, one for me. I've always had like 2 Jeep Grand Cherokees. One for the wife, one for me. So I've always had like doubles on a lot of my vehicles. Yeah, and now I've got 2 Mustangs. Well, for the record, you just go back 6 months ago, and I had the GT350, I had the GT Mustang, I had the GT500, and then I had the I think I had the Mach 1. I mean, I'm just trying to think out loud here, but yeah, you just go back a few months ago, I had like 3 or 4 Mustangs. Yeah, right. It just doesn't end. This is just scenery. Yeah, anyways, I'm not going to talk much more today. I'm going to share my yet another purchase, the Maverick Day. And I got to go back tomorrow and pick it up, which that's kind of a drag because it kind of takes up half your day to do that. But it's not a real big deal. But but that's a whole other conversation. You know what? I really wish I had 1,000 miles on that other Maverick right away, so I'd probably use that to tow things down to Tennessee. Yeah, I mean, I think this thing actually, I'm kind of eating my words when I first started doing that first tower video of this Maverick here a few weeks ago, when I went and picked up my Harley and my CVO. And I mean, really, this thing here and the fuel mileage it gets, wow. If you just see the scenery here, just all the leaves are changing, and just such a nice time of year. And the weather's really nice. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. It's just that perfect time of year where you really do enjoy this weather. Mother Nature. Everybody's enjoying my YouTube channel, and yet it's another car adventure day. And I hope me kind of driving around the car dealership kind of gave you a little better idea of what's going on in the car market, which that dealership there, respectively healthy inventory. But once again, I was kind of talking to the key people in that dealership, and going back to the old, ways of doing business, they don't see it. It just isn't going to be the heyday. I mean, this is the thing. I'm in pretty tight with some of these people, and they swear up and down that back in the day they had to give away cars to get rid of them. They borderline had to pay you. See, the running joke in the car industry is they sell new cars to get used cars, because the used cars are where the money's made, and so-called the new cars not much so much. So I was just talking in great length about that, and you know, the good old days when you and I would go to dealership and this Maverick had, you know, $3,000 to $5,000 discount, or had manufacturer rebates, whatever it may be. You know, those days are gone, you know, for the moment. But do those come back? And the general feeling from a lot of these automotive dealerships and the, you know, the automotive talk is, I think those days are gone and done. So everybody's sitting on the sidelines thinking that they're going to get a steal of a deal on a vehicle. I don't know. We're in very interesting times. So, yeah, you never know, right? You never know. Anyways, thanks for watching my Ice Age TV channel. And hopefully you felt like you were right here next to me today and riding around and got to see my next purchase, another Maverick. And, yeah. And what happened to the Toyota Tundra deal? Yeah, you know, for me, I've been very loyal to Toyota Financial, and they just, you know, they're just like, no, you know what, that's okay. It's not a big deal, because the Maverick is, it's really a lot less money. The Maverick is so much more practical, what I'm doing, and just driving around this vehicle, it's just so easy to get around and getting out of places, and fuel economy is great. So the Maverick, to me, is just a huge win for Ford. And so the Toyota Tundra is more about just getting the new body style and kind of having that. And I thought that'd be kind of neat. But it just turned into too much of a tug of war with Toyota. And so for me, there comes a point for me, I'm no fool to life. It's like, we have to really start trying to force things. It never works out. So that's why I was like, yeah, I'm out. I don't want one. And hey, Toyota, you know, to Toyota Financial, you guys, to me, you know, 40 years as a customer to Toyota Financial, and their attitude is, we don't know you. Yeah, well, that's fine, because if it wasn't for my Toyota 4Runner, I'd no longer have any Toyotas. And yeah, how does that play out for the Toyota? And in all sincereness, the Toyota Tundra is getting lousy reviews. Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of why I wanted to get the truck. I just like to see what the reality is. But in all sincereness, the Toyota Tundra, the reviews on that truck are, it's already outdated. It's not even up to par with GM and Ford and Ram. You know, so the reviews of that truck are not really that great. And the fuel economy is not great. And the power is not great. So, I mean, why do you want that? Right, why do you want that? Well, I've been a Toyota guy my whole life, and I just like the latest, greatest new things. I just thought it'd be pretty neat to have that. But at the same time, it's not meant to be. And once again, for the record, I knew buying that truck, it'd probably be like, yeah, it's okay, but it's not the greatest. But anyways, not to harbor on that by any means. It opened the door for something else, which is a nice new Maverick. So follow me along for more conversations and adventures, and have a great, blessed evening.